guys, my name is Tiffany, but I go by Miss Glitch Plays over on my social media, mainly YouTube. And I hope you guys are doing swell. After a long break from YouTube, which I'm very embarrassed about, I am doing a little fun challenge for myself because, like, it's genuinely out of my comfort zone, and I'm going to be attempting to make a bold, similar to what somebody requested in a Facebook group. I'll just insert a photo over here. I'm very excited to see like the end result. That is like my favorite part of this whole build. I used no custom content, no like fancy packs. I tried to stick mainly with like cottage living. I have long anticipated this video, and without further ado, let's just get into it. As I mentioned in the previous clip, I rarely ever play without custom content, so this was more of a personal challenge for me, more than it was anything else. I mean, playing with this water tool was a challenge on its own, and just trying something out of my comfort zone. To be honest, I truly and thoroughly enjoy the cottage living pack, and so this challenge resonated with me more than anything else, but it was more so to get me to do no CC because the group that I'm in is the Sims 4 builds no custom content, and I see a lot of people doing really great builds without custom content. So, yeah, I wanted to put myself to the ultimate test. One thing where I never learned my lesson would most probably be platforms. I am always caught up using platforms knowing that they never work out the way that they should, or that my luck just isn't that great when it comes to platforms. And yet again, here I am, messing with them. Each and every single time that I've played with platforms or tried to use them in my builds, they've never ended well. And it's just inevitable for me to kind of use these platforms. Some builds genuinely require them. And so I guess we're just going to learn and fail and learn and fail and learn again along the way. Another thing that I actively struggle with is roofing. If the roof doesn't look sleek, I will give up on a build. And that was another challenge for me. I genuinely had to sit this whole time. I don't bite my nails, but if we are figuratively speaking, bite my nails and sit in this discomfort until the roof looked like the photo. Of course, the photo was generated either in the Blender software. I'm pretty sure somebody created it using Blender or perhaps some other 3D software. And it's just not going to look like that in The Sims. And I kind of had to constantly remind myself that in The Sims, we don't have every single paint that exists in the world or that you can create. We don't have it at our disposal. So it was very important for me just to stay on track with the goal of making this build look as similar to the photo as possible, using no custom content because that was a challenge. That's the group. And yeah, I mean, I guess I can't be too mad at how far I got. One of the other weird challenges that was going on in my head was the paints, the swatches, just making it look as close to the photo as possible. And originally I'd gone with the corrugated iron roofing piece, which that made sense to me in my head. I just envisioned how perfect that would look with this cottage style house. It is something very common in the country where I stay, corrugated iron roofing. Okay, it's not as common as it used to be, but it used to be a big thing, and I just like how flush it looks with the vintage builds. Obviously, that didn't go as planned. So I opted for a different roofing piece that is still green, and every time I look at this roofing piece, it reminds me of a banana leaf. I do not know why it reminds me of a banana leaf, but it does, and it really irks me. I most probably sat throughout this whole build just convincing myself not to cringe because there were so many things that didn't make sense in the build, but at the end of the day, I think it came together pretty nicely, especially once I started with the landscaping. When it comes to landscaping, I truly try to win brownie points with this. I don't think that I'm a great landscaper, but I genuinely do try my utmost best. When it does come to landscaping, I always have a vision in mind, try it, it doesn't work, and then I just end up going with the flow. And I think for the most part, that is what I ended up doing in this build. It's just seeing where the wind pushes me, going with the flow, seeing how everything works out. So originally, you would see that I tried many different swatches for the patches on the floor. I tried different shapes for the pond. Originally, I would have loved if it was just like a sunken hole in the lot to be a pond. But of course, that's not how it's going to work, and it's definitely not going to look as great as I want it to look, especially since I don't have the experience with that tool. But nonetheless, I figured it out at the end, and I guess that's all that matters, is just not giving up on your build when you've already invested a good couple of hours in it. And even if you have not, I think it's very important to just keep going, see where the build can take you, see where your creativity guides you, and just let it be. as you guys can see, I am very impressed with my skills over there. I don't think I did the best job, but I think I did a pretty decent job. This was like my second time building with no CC, so I really am impressed with the results. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching my video. Until next time, ta-ta!